back in town, stomping around on my old stomping ground.
Welcome to Cook and Belle's Playhouse. This is my wife, Michelle Belle Cook.
And this is my husband, Brett Cook. We are a country music duo that's been traveling all over the place the last 15 years.
And through those years, we've met a lot of great artists and musicians.
And today, we're going to share some of our music, also collaborate with some of the best in the business.
Our guest today is singer-songwriter Frank Bradford.
Welcome to Cook and Belle's Playhouse.
Sticking to my guns, making a good run, taking the right track. Hey, y'all, it's good to be back.
Well, coming up from Indianapolis, Indiana. So, coming from the big city, I used to live in these parts from Albany, Indiana, about 10 miles that way, I believe. So it's nice to be back up here in my old stomping grounds and fresher air, I have to say.
I think Frank Bradford's going to be a treat today. And what I mean by that is because he's such a great musician, I think our band is really going to enjoy another player, that can come in and just shred the guitar.
Well, I don't really have any idea what we're going to do. They know that I just like to jam, so...
I'm actually really excited to play with Frank today. I probably know him the least of all the band members.
Collaborating together, making different music together than what we normally do is a great learning experience, I think, for everyone, and we all can learn from each other. And Frank has been doing this a long, long time, so he'll be great to learn from. And
I like playing with him a lot because I don't have to do any licks. I just get to play rhythm and just dig in and get in the show, not have to worry about actually having to be good at all, because he does all the hard stuff. And Seth likes to do a lot of the hard stuff too, but I prefer just stick with rhythm and just destroy it, I guess. So I'm really excited to kind of see him BB-king it up today.
It's going to be a lot of fun to play with a band, since I'm usually doing solo things these days. And it'd be great to see them. They're always laughing, smiling.
It's going to be my time to really sit and listen to, how he would interpret one of our songs. Because his voice is just... the soul that he has, I just wish I had just a little bit of it.
Yeah,
Because
I think we all do. He's a rare breed, that's for sure.
Well, we're pulling in here. It's like a really nice development, but we still have cornfields. This is really nice. I look forward to seeing them. This must be their house over there.
Well, here he comes.
Wow, that's something.
I can't wait to
Must have
sing.
sold a lot of records.
Come on, get out of that car, Frank Bradford. How are you, brother?
Good to see you.
Hello, sir.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
You too. Wow, this is it, huh?
You ready to have some
Something.
fun?
I am, totally.
Singing, guitar playing,
Turning
all
it
that
up.
We're going to
stuff.
rock the house.
Well, come on in.
It's going to be great.
We got food for you. We got everything.
Say what you want, but your eyes tell a different story. Walk away if you can. Don't look back and you won't have to worry. Hide your heart away, lock it in a room, throw away the key. Couldn't leave too soon. You might wake up someday in pieces on the ground. When love slips away, hearts come tumbling down.
You can stay if you want, but don't say that I didn't try to warn you. I was once standing there, so in love that I didn't have a chance to hide my heart away, lock it in a room, throw away the key. Couldn't leave too soon.
You might wake up someday in pieces on the ground. you'll never understand.
If you hide your heart away, lock it in the room, throw away the key, you can't leave too soon.
You might wake up someday in pieces on the ground. Where love takes the hold, hearts come tumbling down. Hide your heart away, lock it in a room, throw away the key, you can't leave too soon. You might wake up someday in pieces on the ground. Where love takes the hold, hearts come tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down.
Oh yeah.
Come on, boys, let's do something special.
Well, Frank, I know we've told you a million times how much we love your voice, but there's so much that we do not know about you that I want to know. I've got lots of questions I want to ask you, but I want to go all the way back to when did you first start? When did you either first start singing or playing, or just when did a light bulb go off and say, I want to do this the rest of my life?
Probably when I heard Sweet Home Alabama on the radio when I was 12 years old.
Really?
I was spinning records when I was 1.5 years old. I couldn't talk, couldn't tie my shoes or anything, but I could put on that record player. So I listened to Hank Williams, Sr., of course.
Yeah.
And I always loved music, took up piano when I was 6. When I heard Sweet Home Alabama, when I heard Dream On when I was 13 from Aerosmith, it's like, you know, this is what I want to do. And then I got in a band when I was 14, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
One thing that blew us away was your voice. And I have, as a singer, I don't play an instrument, but as a singer, I really pay attention to what somebody does with their voice. It's fascinating to me because everybody does it differently. When you sing, it's just so easy. You don't strain, you don't make faces. It's just so well supported. And I found out something about you the last few days that I didn't know, and that is that you went to college. Was it Indiana University of Music?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
At IU School of Music, I was a jazz piano major because that was the closest thing to rock and roll. And then when I was 19, they said, well, you need to take up a second instrument. So that's when I took up voice. And so I didn't start singing until I was 19, and then that really ended up being what I love to do the best, is sing.
Well, and maybe that's why you technically sing so well, is because of the training that you have.
I had a lot of good teachers, so I know how to not wear out my voice.
Yeah, because you hit some seriously high notes when you perform, and you can just keep going and keep going and keep going. It's pretty amazing.
Like me, I'm more of a theatrical singer. If I'm getting ready to go for a note, you know I'm getting ready to
You
go
can
for
see
that
it on
note.
your
You
face.
can see it on my
Yeah.
face. And where you, it's pretty much the same look, but the notes come out. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, it's really amazing.
I don't even move my mouth usually when
Yeah,
I sing. Look at this.
It's so great. You could be a ventriloquist.
I could, totally.
But I love that about your voice. It's just so amazing to watch you and listen to you, and the
thank
tones
you.
that you have is just, I could listen to you all night.
Well, thank you.
People get ready, there's a train coming. Don't need a baggage, just get on board.
People get ready, there's a train coming. Don't need no baggage, just get on board. diesel's humming. You don't need no ticket, just thank the Lord.
People get ready, there's a train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the door and board them, 'cause there's room for all among the loved and lost. Yeah.
To save his own. Pity on those whose chances grow thinner, 'cause there's no hiding place among the kingdom's throne.
People get ready,
People get ready,
coming.
people get ready.
Don't need no baggage, just get on. All you need is faith. The diesel's humming. Don't need no ticket, just thank the Lord.
I'm getting ready, baby. I'm getting ready. I believe. Don't need a ticket. Don't need no ticket. Just get on board. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So, Frank, you said your influences were Eagles, Aerosmith, and who was the other one?
Skinnerd.
Yeah.
Leonard Skinnerd, huh? Well, I would love, or both of us would love for you to give us a little sample of an Eagles tune.
Here goes.
That's a great one.
Yeah. Good old Desperado.
Desperado, why don't you come to your senses?
Yeah.
And I'll ride fences for so long now. You're a hard one, but I know you got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow. She draw the queen of diamonds, boy. She beats you if she's able. And the queen of hearts is always your best bet. Seem to me the fine things been laid upon your table, but you only want the ones you can get. Desperado.
So awesome. The Eagles should have had you in their band. That was fantastic.
Well, Frank, I would love to hear one from Aerosmith. You got anything
yeah.
in your back pocket on that one?
Can do.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite. It's my favorite.
I want you to just sell it to us. Give it all to us. No holding back on this one.
Every time that I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. The past is gone.
That is an emotional song. Mm-hmm. Now, some of those words, you were like,
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't matter. The words don't matter at all in certain types of music.
You're
You know
right.
what I mean? It's all about the feel,
The melody.
the vibe, the tone, and that's why I can't remember lyrics very well, because that's what I listened to when I was learning to be a singer and listening to singers. I was listening to the tone and the melody and the energy, and that's what it's about. It's how you feel. In my opinion, lyrics are second.
I totally agree
Because
with
you got to feel something first, then listen to the lyrics, not the other way around, but that's just me.
Well, anybody can sing the lyrics to a song, but if there's no emotion behind it and no beautiful tone for your ears to listen to, you're not interested. You know what I mean? You're not going to be interested in the lyrics. So you got it all, brother. That was
This
fantastic.
whole connection thing that they talk about on television, it's an illusion. It's like, if you want to connect with somebody, you're going to connect with them whether you're connecting or they're connecting or not.
Right.
That's another opinion of mine.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if I agree with you, but that's interesting.
No, you don't have to agree with me. It's like, if I'm feeling some emotion and I really want to receive some sort of connection, I'm going to feel it. It's like, it's not done on purpose, right? The singer isn't doing it on purpose. They're just singing. So they may connect, they may not, but there's certain people that are going to respond.
Okay.
Well, that's why.
That's my theory about the whole thing.
Well, that's why a lot of times you may like an artist and someone else may not like an artist, but you can relate, and then someone else might be going, well, I just don't feel it, but you may feel it. And it doesn't matter if they're good or bad. They could be both great singers.
It's a difference of opinion.
But one you may connect with, the other not. But we connected with you just then.
Well, thank you. It's a big world. There's enough room for all of us.
That's right.
Saw you first smile, oh, my heart began to sing. If you need to ask why, won't be sure listening. My heart is for you to find. My arms are open every time. Draw you with cords of love. I'll teach you how to walk, so you run. Is in my blood. How could I give you up so easily? Yeah. When you're touching my face, I feel them brush with angel wings. Songs of love that you play have become my favorite things. Come away and let's run. The rain is over and done. Draw you the cords of love. I'll teach you how to walk, so you run to me. The passion is in my blood. How could I give you up so come away and let's run. Rain is over and done. Oh, draw you cords of love. I'll teach you how to walk, so you run to me. The passion is in my blood. How could I give you up so
song. Great guitar playing right there, mister.
Now, Frank, you have written a bunch of songs, but you've also recorded how many CDs?
2 solo records.
Now, what was the very first one?
It's called Better Days.
Okay, now we have that record, or we've at least heard it, and there's a song on there called Blind Man Blues or something like that.
Right.
That was a great song.
You know.
I just can't wait to hear your guitar picking, because what was on the record was like off the charts.
Yeah.
Let's crank it up and do it.
Let's do it.
Sometimes the cares of this life, they weigh on me. Sometimes the cares of this life, they weigh on me. I gotta learn to walk by faith, not by what I see. The worries of this life are blinding me. Yeah, the worries of this life are blinding me. I say, Lord, stretch out your hand and let this blind man see. Yeah. Lord, help this blind man see. Lord, help this blind man see. Lord, help this blind man see. With the worries of this life are blinding me. Yeah. I've been bound up, wound up, tied up in my worry.
Oh, tell me about it, brother.
I've been bound up, wound up, tied up in my worry. Say, Lord, break off these chains, help this blind man see. Sometimes the cares of this life, they weigh on me. Sometimes the cares of this life, they weigh on me. Gotta learn to walk by faith, not by what I see. Lord, help this blind man see. Lord, help this blind man see. Yeah. Lord, help this blind man see. The worries of this life are blinding me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, tear it up, Frank. Lord, help this blind man see. Lord, help this blind man see. Yeah. Lord, help this blind man see. Worries all this life are blinding me. Lord, help this blind man see. Lord, help this blind man see. Lord, help this blind man see. Worries all this life are blinding me. Yeah.
Well, Frank, you know I said that I love your voice. You know, a man to a man loving another man's voice.
Well, believe it or not, no, I mean, I'm being serious. I love your voice, and I'm not
Really?
patronizing you. No.
You've always said really sweet things about him.
No, I
and
love his voice.
Yeah.
I do.
I appreciate that. It's cool when we have other male singers on the show, because I learn. I really do. I learn from other artists. I learn how you pronunciate things. I learn how you breathe.
Yeah.
How I don't pronunciate things.
I mean,
That's
I really
even
But that's
better.
what's so cool. That's what gives you the
Yeah.
blues sound.
But it's been great. It's been fun having you, besides your voice, piano playing. We did a little piano thing earlier in the show, and but you said something earlier in the interview that you had a new single, and what was that song again?
I redid Dancing Shoes, sort of a country version from my good friend Carl Story, because I was in his band 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I thought that I always loved the song and always wanted to do it. And since country caught up with rock and roll, and that's what I really am, I decided to put it out.
Well, I can't wait to hear your version because you know that we did it as well. And we think our version's country, but I'll be curious to see what your country is, twist to it. I can't wait to hear it.
Now, when's it,
Such a great song.
Is it already out now?
Just came out on iTunes.
Awesome.
FrankBradfordMusic.com.
No more-
Shameless promotion.
No more WWW?
You don't have to do that anymore. Did you realize that?
Unless you're a championship wrestler. WWW.
Right.
I don't think we're going to be
I
doing
watch
that.
that all the time.
Do you really?
Are you serious? Because he does too.
No, I never did.
Okay. If you do watch that, I think I may have just lost a little bit of respect for you.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Good.
I wrestle, though.
You do?
Yeah, I'm from Delta. You know.
You didn't wrestle. I'm going to believe anything that you say.
Okay, I'll stop.
That off-the-wall sense of humor, man. Some people don't get mine, but we're starting to not get yours.
I like it, though.
Well, we end this show
The same way every time.
same way every time. But we put our hands in here. You must have watched the show.
I did, all of them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Well,
that.
we appreciate you being part of
Thank
this.
you very much.
1, 2, 3.
Cooking Belle's Playhouse.
Appreciate it.
Is that going to work?
That's going to work. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Just get
Thank you so
She
much.
smells better than you.
That's a wrap.
on.